Welcome everyone to another episode of CookShow.ca. My name is Scott, and today's episode is obviously long overdue, and that brings us as to why I've been working on a website. It's called KootenayBusiness.ca. So essentially I'm sponsoring myself today. If you're looking for business websites online, please head to KootenayBusiness.ca. It's part of the virtual Kootenay.com network. If you're a business and you'd like to advertise, please just go to the top bar. It says add website and fill out the form, and I'll get right back to you. Today we're making Thai Asian subs, and I'm going to show you how to prepare that, and we're going to move on. So I've got a cooking sheet, and it's full of chicken. There's water on the pan. You're going to want to put that in the oven for probably about 45 minutes, 350 degrees, and just let that bake. So I have a number of different vegetables that we're going to be using. You're going to want to have some cilantro. You'll need some green onion, a couple of sticks of celery, a long English cucumber. You can use a slicer if you want. This is a carrot. You probably want a couple of those anyways. I also have an apple here that I'm going to be using for some teriyaki sauce, and a lemon as well. And I have some citrus here. 'Tis the season that we have those. And we are also going to want to have some chili peppers for your sandwich. And also I've got ginger, and I also have some garlic. So we're going to start by going through our vegetables one by one. I have my carrot. What you want to do is just grab and just shave pieces of the carrot off, and you're going to want to do this with 1 or 2 or 3 carrots. I don't know how much you're going to be eating or how many people you'll serve. When you get when the carrot starts getting skinny, just flip it over, and then next thing you want to do, grab a green onion. This is where things become very time consuming. Just cut your green onion in half so that you have some 2 flat pieces. Now you can either do this again. What I find is with skin, you can just run your finger down along it and it'll cut, and then just keep doing that. Grab your celery. The celery just it's got this boat here. Just cut it in half like this. Peel it apart. Try to only just get some thin strips. Once you have a few, if you want to make them even slightly thinner, just flip it over onto its side here, and then do this again. And then once again, line that up on your plate with the rest of your stuff. Move on to your cucumber. Cut it in half. Cut it in half again. Try to keep it sliced as thin as you can here. You don't want it so paper thin because cucumbers fall apart. The general idea is long slices, somewhat like this. Put it on your plate. Keep going. Slice at least 1 full long English cucumber, or half. Or finally, we have some cilantro here, so make sure you rinse it off. Just you might not want to use all. It's pretty powerful tasting stuff. So cut bunch of the top, place on here, place on your plate. As you can see, we have a plate here. We have carrot, we have onion, celery, cucumber, and cilantro. So that's our toppings for our sub. We also have a jar of hot peppers that people can take as they like. So we're going to get started on a teriyaki sauce. You want about 150 milliliters of water. I've got 50 milliliters of rice vinegar, 150 milliliters of soy sauce, and I have 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. So put all that in a pot and start it off on a low heat. We're also going to want to add some ginger to our teriyaki sauce, so just a little bit, however much you prefer. Not garlic. It's not thyme. So you're going to want to use the zest of some kind of a citrus. Just shave it in. However much you like. Try not to shave past the rind, because then it's bitter. I've got a mandarin orange. Here I have some dried habanero flakes. Don't use too much of that, just a little bit, just for spice. Garlic that I'm going to dump into our... What I also have here is a bowl of flour. I'm going to put some water in it, and I'm going to whisk it up, and I'm going to use this to thicken our sauce. So I'm not going to tell you how much to use because it really depends on the heat and the mixture that you have going. So start off with maybe a bit of a thicker mixture. That's probably a little bit too thick, so I'll add a little bit more water to it. You don't need to account for the amount of water that's in the bowl to what you put in to originally start with. So stir that up real good. As you can see, our teriyaki sauce is boiling. Slowly add this mixture into your sauce and stir it. If it looks like it's going to get too thick, back off. Keep pouring it in. Flour will start to thicken after a while, so you might want to put a little bit in and stir it, see how it's doing, and then decide after if you want it more thick. You can't remove it once you put it in, so add a bit each time. And one more last thing you want to do is just grate in some apple. However you can, it'll break down. You can use a full apple or you can use a little bit, but use some a sweeter apple of your choice. Slice your chicken into thin strips, all of it, and then it's going to go into a pan and we're going to mix it with our sauce. So do each one. Chicken's all cubed up in our pan. I've turned it on a low heat. What you're going to want to do is just add some teriyaki sauce. You don't want to add it all because you want to save some for people that. So put a good portion of it in. Stir it around. You might want to add a little bit of water to the bottom of the pan just to start off because this sauce is fairly thick. So stir it up, make sure that you have sauce all over the chicken. And you're going to want to let that simmer and boil here for a fry for probably about 5 minutes. What you're going to want to do is grab your French bread and just cut it probably about 1/3 of the way down. It's very simple, just grab your bread and cut it down the side. And you're going to want to open your bread up. Just grab some of your chicken and put it on the bun. And you're going to want to go for your vegetables, so carrot, got some green onion, some cucumber, and some cilantro. You're going to want to top your sub off with teriyaki. And if you'd like to add hot peppers, you can. Everybody knows how to have all those chilies. Here's our sub. Grab your knife, flatten it down, and you're ready to go.